go to like Romantics as a family, like it's Blockbuster, and renting like backdoor sluts at 9.
Oh shit! Here come the Clarks from Welcome to Dr. John's again. What can we help you?
Who is this?
What's going on, flunkies? It's another week of spectacular shit. Father's Day kicked off with the Shebanga Bang College World Series goes crazy. People's tires get slashed. Motherfucking Mississippi State wins. And now Jesus has died and cut his hair.
Yep. I have officially, guys, I'm sorry, but I had to bring Armageddon upon us. This was the first step.
It's okay, Wade. It's okay. Because, yes, it's a tragedy. Easter's done.
Yep.
But wait. Easter's now risen. Easter is now June 30th because Cosby has risen. Oh, God, he's risen. Oh, he got
Dude,
up. What?
That story is fucking wild.
What are you talking about? Just a little back seat, just behind the scenes handshake like, yo, what's up, AA? He got Harvey Dent on his side. What's up? And you know what? DC lets Harvey Dent eat puss. He don't block him.
DC will let Harvey Dent eat puss. That's the only way he can get out of jail.
Yeah, but only with the left side of his face.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that is the craziest thing ever. Like, how crazy is it that the loopholes are there for him to just skirt right out?
Right? I mean, he gets out of there. He's got a fucking... There's so many accusers, they have their own, march. The March of Dimes is happening on his account. And then you have fucking R. Kelly's so salty right now. Going, what motherfucker? At least I married Aaliyah.
Yeah. He's still trapped in the closet, unfortunately.
Oh, he's
R.
looking
Kelly's
at this whole thing pissed.
Out.
He's like, damn, if I would have just been shaking hands instead of having them shake my hand like R. Randy Orton.
Yeah. he's like R. Kelly's in jail singing, just going, how can I get Cosby's lawyers?
Oh yeah.
How can I get them to help me? How can I get a Supreme Court case?
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna repurpose that. I'm about to slide in.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh shit.
He's just gonna ride that tidal wave.
Yeah.
And you know what? R. Kelly probably, I haven't seen any news. He probably did get out already. He's probably already out. But because of the Cosby thing, is just overshadowing it, and he's just like, oh cool, nobody knew I got out. Sick.
Yeah, he's fucking Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. Dead?
Wait, no. Isn't that the character off that crawled through the shit tunnel?
No, you're thinking Andy Dufresne.
Oh,
Andy Bourdain goes around the world and eats different foods and hung himself.
God damn it, I'm so dumb.
That's Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of 5 football fields of shit.
Okay, yeah, Dufresne. There we go.
Yeah.
Dufresne, Bourdain.
Party of 2.
Come on, man.
Dufresne. No. Yeah. I was like, Nate, it's going to be really weird if we hear that, R. Kelly hung himself, and Nathan on this podcast is like, yeah, it turns out R. Kelly's just like Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, man.
Did he inscribe his name on the beam?
Yeah, exactly. He wrote all 14 chapters of Trapped in the Closet on the walls of his cell.
Oh, shit. He looks like he was straight out of the insane asylum. It's just like
that's
white
what most people
writings.
don't. Yeah, that's what most people don't know. Trapped in the Closet is 35 tracks. It's we only know one. Most people only know the one, but it extends. It goes so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ridiculous song.
I haven't even listened to anything outside of the first 2.
Yeah, no, me either. Yeah.
So that thing.
But no, there are other ones, and it gets real weird. It's very funny though.
I believe it gets weird.
Yeah,
man. That shit's crazy. But
yeah.
man, yeah.
It is very weird though, that everybody's doing that. The really hack take I feel like I've heard so far is well, he's an old man, so he served time, but he's still he's an old man. It's not like he can do it still. I'm like, what are you talking about? That guy's a rapist.
Yeah, exactly.
Allegedly.
hey, we're just gonna let Charles Manson out now. I mean, he's an old man.
Dude, and it's wild. The court system. Did you read why or like how he technically got out?
Okay, yeah, because the dude did a handshake when he went to civil court. He got the DA to say, "Hey, whatever you're saying in here." His lawyer and that DA got together and said, "You can't do criminal charges." It's basically like double jeopardy for what he was saying.
Right.
So Cosby sang
you
like
could not
a
use
fucking
that.
canary in there, whiling in there like, I was dumped, I was just a dumping and a dunking in the drinks, and then I'd bloobity-doobity.
Yeah, no, in like a civil court. So he actually admitted everything he did,
Yeah.
but because like of he is legitimately a fucking monster. And like said everything he did, and it's pretty wild that you can't use that in court.
Yeah, well,
like, that you can make a deal. It's weird.
It
it's
seems
fucking
horrible.
gnarly.
Yeah, you get all these people coming, and then all his admission is locked up behind so much tape they can't use shit. Like, he is fucking the Al Capone of our age. He's like, nah,
no
got
shit.
him in
Like,
my pocket.
Yeah, we tried to get him on tax evasion now.
Oh shit, they're gonna try and Wesley Snipes him.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
So, yeah, that's a wild
Is
story.
Wesley Snipes the person that spent the most famous person that spent the longest time in prison for the least in terms of criminal offenses?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Like, because how he was what?
It was just tax
4 or
evasion.
5 years?
Yeah.
It was just not paying. It's not even that he wasn't active. Like, tax evasion to me that's what's fucked up about the word tax evasion as a crime is they say they're like, oh, it's tax evasion, when that sounds like you're moving money like offshores and into accounts, which apparently that's perfectly legal if you just get your money out of the United States.
Well, it's easy to do when you have Tide Pods now. You just kind of put your hands together, clean them.
Right, but like now, he just was straight up said, yeah, I'm just not gonna pay that.
Yeah.
he didn't try to hide it. He just said, hey, fuck you.
Oh,
and,
he didn't.
Then the U.S. government was like, "Oh, really? You
Well,
think?"
the U.S. government, honestly, to catch Wesley Snipes, must have been like a low year. Nothing's going on because McAfee didn't. Nobody was like, "Oh shit, he's not paying taxes," until his dumbass came out and went, "I haven't paid that shit in like 10 years," and then he's like, "I probably should leave the country."
You're right. Are you talking about McAfee?
McAfee. What the fuck did I say?
I don't. Well, I thought I heard you say that, but I just wanted to make sure I was.
Oh, okay.
I heard it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another guy. He's dead now too.
Oh yeah. My favorite thing was him going, "Hey, if I get hung or something, if I got this very specific way of dying, it wasn't me."
Well, and that like he has like he has like a tattoo on him that means like somehow he like got some sort of tattoo that said like I won't kill myself or something, and
it was a life alert.
Shit.
He built into him.
He had a. It was it was a pagan symbol for life alert. He tattooed on his fucking
He's
side.
really bruised right there. It's like, damn.
It's like that tattoo the brothers on Supernatural have that make it so demons can't possess them. Yeah, I know you haven't seen Supernatural, but I'm fucking making a reference.
I'm just is this a pentagram? Because apparently you said a pentagram.
It's literally a star with like a sun, like the outline of a sun around it. That's what the guys on Supernatural have.
Demons can't stare into the sun. Everybody knows this.
They can't, dude. Everybody knows that.
Oh, but damn, dude. Yeah, that fucking dude
There's
dies.
so much that happened in between me and you not doing the podcast for a few weeks.
I know. Fucking
Cosby gets out. An Olympic track star got her title shot taken away because she smoked a little weed.
No, there was that.
McAfee's dead.
There was the other one that took anabolic steroids and blamed it on a burrito.
Wait, what? Who?
Yeah.
Did what now?
There was a track star going, like a huge track star that's everybody's looking at prospects like, oh, this person's on track to decimate records. And she tested positive for anabolic steroids and she blamed it on a burrito.
Fucking Chipotle is trying to ruin my career.
See, I was sponsored by Qdoba. They saw me going to Chipotle,
Yeah.
and Qdoba really had it out for me, and they spiked the
Qdoba.
Chipotle burrito.
Qdoba was just like injecting all the chicken with fucking so much hormones that it's just showing up on her piss test.
Yeah. Dude, it's wild, though. You get all this shit. What's going on with
This
track
is why you don't
stars?
pay extra for guac, dude. It's just steroids. That's why
Yeah.
guac is so expensive.
Oh, shit. Like, I don't understand what's going on with
A
everything
burrito.
because, like, the track stars have been everywhere lately in the news. There's been those two. There was that one chick that was going stupid fast, and then
Right.
she ends up getting testing positive for weed. So then
Right.
she gets booted out of the Olympics.
Right.
Weed. Come
I
on.
feel like I think track is just trying. Because nobody gives a fuck about the Summer Olympics. Really, nobody really does. I mean, like people
No.
watch gymnastics. I guess that's the big one we normally watch.
Yeah,
but nobody really gives a
pedophiles.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they know
Cosby's
they know
watching
the
that.
entire Chinese team is under 10.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, and they get abused if they don't stick that landing.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Get
they're like
caned.
they're like the North Korea soccer team if they don't win.
Yeah, no shit. But like, so like nobody gives a fuck about track. So I feel like the track, like the U.S. track team is like being very strict to just be like get some coverage on the track teams now. Like they're just like, if we're just super strict and cause some controversy, maybe people will watch track.
Yeah, and that's all it is. Like the next
Yeah.
thing you know, they're gonna have like some dude running track like a bloodhound trying to snort the lines. Just like at least we got some traction here. And
Right. I always find it. This is what I always find fascinating about the Olympics because we don't give a shit about any sport really, especially the Summer Olympics. Nobody cares enough about watching that leading up to it. But then like, there's always one sport every year that like somehow takes over, especially here in America, that we like adopt. Like when Michael Phelps was here, or like racing, that was like the obsession. Like everybody wanted to watch swimming, but like nobody watched any other event. So I'm interested to see what event that is this year. So I think track's trying to turn that into that by taking these controversies because now there's all these mix-ups and shakes-ups. So we're like, oh, so who's gonna represent us now? We better watch.
And the only thing they cared about was there's an American was winning. Otherwise, they're like these just weird seal people trying to swim
Right.
side to side. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's not a fun sport to watch.
And let's be honest. It's summer Olympics. You got two sports that are dominating, okay? And that is what you already mentioned, the gymnastics routines and beach volleyball. That's it.
Beach volleyball. So good.
Oh, I remember watching girls just
Great
picking out wedgies and they zoom right in to be like, no, we're on it for their finger call, so you could see them do a 2+ and cross their fingers, throw a couple crip signs down low.
It's very weird how like you could tell like it's just like, come on guys, we know what you're really doing. Like this isn't, you guys don't act like this isn't what it really is, okay?
Hey, we noticed that was a 45-second ass shot, just enough for somebody to crank a quick one.
Sex sells.
Yeah, even Olympians, look at this
Yeah.
toned, firm ass.
Well, that's how the other Olympians know who to hook up with in the Olympic Village, you know, because that's just a giant fuck party once they get back after their events.
Well, dude, you've heard the stories of that, right? The Olympic Village,
Yeah.
that's all it is. It's just nonstop. Like, yo, we just go out here, we do all these activities, we come back, we fuck like rabbits, then we go eat 16 Big Macs because we're burning calories. Let's go.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba,
I'm
inside
fucking
of
it.
you. Yeah, dude. McDonald's is just fucking fuel, which is weird because anytime I eat McDonald's, I get the McCramps, so I can't fuck like that.
Dude, I just had
you have to be
yeah.
a superior athlete in order to eat McDonald's and fuck.
Oh,
You have to be in the best shape of your life if you're putting down a Big Mac and then trying to throw
well, see,
down.
that's a little known secret. If you work hard enough, each one gives you like a 0.05% muscle mass if you burn 1,000+ calories in a given time frame. But if you don't, it goes straight to your ass.
Yes, that's exactly right. Hell yeah. The Olympics will be interesting. I won't watch them at all, though. That's for sure.
Why?
I probably won't watch a single.
Got something
thing of
against Japan? You don't want to see Tokyo?
Hey man, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. No, I don't know. I just don't care. I've never cared really about the Olympics. Like I know I watched the Olympics as a kid, like when our parents had it on. But you also have to remember, like we have so much entertainment now. Like why would I watch the Olympics? I don't know. I don't care. I just don't.
Well, this is so
It's not
dumb.
my
Like
thing.
one of our fastest people smokes weed, gets
Yeah.
busted, and now all of a sudden all these people are coming out like they have Mahomes, Dame Lil. It's like, oh, and they get other athletes.
Are all these other athletes saying that they also smoke weed? Or are they just coming out saying like let her run? Because that's what like I would love to see like that, like just like big time athletes come out and be like, yeah, I smoke weed. Like LeBron James lives in California, like he plays for the Lakers. He's probably smoked weed while he lives out there, right? And is that against the NBA's policy?
That's a great question. And my favorite thing is OBJ was on here. I just tried to make him a old dirty bastard for a second.
Yeah. Oh, baby, I like to catch balls.
But no, like Odell Beckham, man, that dude before last season had a photo taken of him by a chick with another chick. So there's two chicks in the room.
Right.
There's clearly blow on the nightstand, and then she's just half naked. I'm like, yeah, he's partying. What? It's off season. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, like it's.
Why are sports so fucking serious? They're sports. They're entertainment. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's also it's just who cares? What I hate is we put everybody on like these like athletes like right like they're like you have to make sure that they are they have to be completely fucking slate clean. Like they have to be absolutely perfect. They can't do anything wrong. You can't do drugs. You can't do that. And like we just like put them on this such a high thing when in reality they're all human beings. They do shit. We all do that stuff. And to act like we don't go out and party. I was out like I wasn't doing drugs last night, but I got fucking hammered after a comedy club. It's out at a comedy club after doing a show. It's weird how like as a comic it's almost expected for you to get fucked up and like you're kind of a weird person. But like as an athlete, if you're like really good, you're expected to just be like you better fucking
you're
be a
like
good
perfect,
example.
yeah. I don't understand how they have this when they call it entertainment and you lock somebody down. Honestly, it should just be, hey, you're really fucking good. If you want to take substances to make you better, do it. Just note, you will die. Just put that up front. Be like, go fuck. Who cares? You got all this money. You want to go ham? Go do mountains of crack rocks? Sure. Just make sure you're here in time.
Well, that's what's in it. Like, I don't understand how any of those drugs can be considered as something that, like, most like it's not going to help you. There's no strategical advantage to that.
Dude, yeah. If you're a track star and you're taking Eddies or you're fucking actually just lighting up or something, it's not going to help you go faster. It's going to make you want to withdraw more than it does want to go race.
I can't wait for the remix version of Party Like a Rock Star to Party Like a Track Star. Party like a track star. And just smoking fucking weed all the time.
Man,
It's a ridiculous thing, and I think most people all agree with that. It's that it doesn't make any sense. Like but like I said, I would be more willing to listen to these other athletes who are like, let her run, all this stuff, and telling her that if they all like also came out and be like, yeah, we all smoke weed, we all do this. It would just be an honest thing. It's weird to me.
Well, Jamal Crawford did say it's not performance enhancing. I mean, that's as close as toeing the line as you're going to get to somebody and be like, yeah. I was doing that last night.
Well, and what's dumb about it is like what they say, like they'll be like, well, you got to set an example for the kids. Like you don't want them doing this, and it's like, I was like, yeah, but how come? So like athletes all of a sudden have to like they're required to be like these positive role models, but then like we don't say the same thing with with musicians or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like musicians are never held to that fucking scrutiny. In fact, we almost expect them to all be like kind of fucked up and doing drugs constantly.
Yeah.
So there's just I don't understand the standards we set for people that are supposedly going to be our like our role models, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say are. I'm almost 30 now. I shouldn't have role models.
Just try to meet your heroes while you can.
Mm-hmm.
It always goes well.
Yeah. It always goes well. Yeah, it's dumb. It's it's these governing bodies when it comes to these sports are just ridiculous. So it's like the same shit that happened with the College World Series. All these fucking governing like sports bodies try to fuck people over.
Yeah, I mean,
did you see what happened with NC State?
Well, they got sent home for no fucking reason. Like
for no reason. Well, they did you read about like how they just changed the rules midway through the College World Series when it came to COVID testing?
I honestly think a bigger part of it is there's like 20,000 plus fans from Mississippi State, and I don't know how many there were for the others.
But like there were, but they weren't playing Mississippi State. They were playing fucking Vanderbilt to get to the.
Well, I know. I'm just saying
State
they didn't want them to
in.
proceed because Vanderbilt wasn't that good. They were going to get beat.
Yeah, I know, but they did. Yeah, they didn't want NC State to get there, so they fucked them over. The NCAA fucked over NC State.
Yeah, they really did. But the funniest thing was they had one of the NC State players write NCAA and get pictured flipping it off the field.
Fuck yeah, dude. That rules. Good for them.
Yeah, at least they got a little payback, and then they're going to get fucking fined or some bullshit's going to come down. I guarantee that.
Yeah, well, they have every right to be fucking angry because they just literally did it to fuck them over. It made no sense. Especially like the hypocritical thing is they're like, well, these guys test positive COVID, and they're like, we're gonna have to get them out of here. You're in a sold out crowd. Like you have sold out crowds. Nobody's wearing masks, but yet these players, because they tested positive, it's made no sense.
Yeah,
and they were fully vaccinated too.
Yeah, it's just dumb the way the things are. But hey,
yeah. They keep fucking over everybody.
Oh, no, it's the NCAA way, man. It's just free fucking labor.
Yeah,
that's all
that is.
The
U.S. Olympic Committee, any committee. This is the biggest issue right here, and I'll tell you what it is. All those governing people, whether it's the NCAA, the NBA,
the WHO,
the NFL,
the fucking left, the
the CDC, the CIA, the FBI. Let me tell you about these governing bodies, son.
Big pharma. Let's go.
Yeah. No, but it's. When it comes to sports, is a lot of the people who run those organizations weren't athletes.
Oh, of course not.
So they're just these fucking pencil pushing paper dweebs who don't understand how hard it is.
Yeah,
they don't understand. And like you could tell me all live long day if you never played sports at a higher level, you just don't get it. Like it's a completely different world and it's harder, but they don't understand that, and so when it happens, they're like, "Why are people so angry about this?" It's like, because you're fucking people over. And
you know what they should be able to do?
Take from it. What's that?
Is just get like Ndamukong Suh 1-on-1 against some lineman, so that you know Suh's going to win. And then this pencil pusher has to stand back there and be like, okay, we're going to give you a receiver. You just need to get the ball to him. And who's covering him? Richard Sherman, one of the best lockdown people on the left side. So you got to get it to him, so you got to wait for him to get open. Watch out for Suh. And just all you do is one play. Whether he catches it or not, we'll get your opinion after. And just watch this guy get decapitated and be like, it's hard.
Yeah, you should have had to play the sport or been involved to be in those committees, which I know like a lot of people have like a problem with, because then there's like the diversity aspect of it.
If you want diversity, what it is I'm sorry, you kind of need to let half your staff go. Hire on half of it'd be a half and half. Half business people, half people that have fucking retired. They used to play.
Yeah, who understand what the players are going through and doing. Yeah, you need that. But unfortunately, these organizations don't have that. It's all these people who's all about their boosting up the bottom dollar revenue, you know?
Yeah.
How do you boost the revenue each year? So that's what it comes down to, and it's fucking shitty.
Unfortunately, dude.
Yeah.
You know what's not shitty, though? That fucking Utah, man. You got to tell me about it.
Yeah.
You were out of fucking town.
I was gone for a while, dude. It's weird. Like that almost feels like a blur now. It feels like.
I know
you
got updates on a couple shows for us here.
Yeah, dude. It was a fun time being out in Utah. I did literally the best. This is why it was the best. I literally just did stand up for like a week straight. I literally flew out there on Tuesday and did sets
just open
every
mics.
Night. Open mics, yeah, a lot of open mics. And then I did the shows on the weekend. But yeah, but I just literally did stand up all week, and then kind of explored out. I live there, but so I've been to a lot of the stuff. But I went and checked out stuff I hadn't. The city's so big, you can go to so many different things. And I went and checked out the botanical garden that they had there, which was pretty fucking dope. I always forget how cool that kind of shit is. Like most cities have like a really dope botanical garden. Omaha's got one. Des Moines has one. They're always so fun to go to, and they're just underutilized. And they're so nice to go walk around and get away from just the city environment.
Normal
they're
people.
Nice. Yeah, they're. So I did that.
It's not like Walmart. You don't go in there and you see all those people on those little fucking sit-down go-karts they have. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I go to botanical gardens and I don't feel leaving sticky.
Ooh, yeah. It's not like an
feel
AMC
gross
theater.
Leaving Walmart. Yeah. But yeah, so I got to do stuff like that, and then I hung. It was great. Shout out to my buddies Sam D'Antuono and Scott Fillmore. They let me stay at their house. They had like an extra bedroom. They rent this house like right downtown, and I was like, oh, sick. So like you could just walk, and it was really easy to get anywhere.
They got paid for you being there, dude. They didn't tell you it was like a Twitch stream, 24 hours. I was watching your ass sleep.
Yeah, dude. It's like the Big Brother house.
Yeah, exactly.
So like they let me stay there, and I hung out with those dudes all the time. It was so much fun. I just drank all week too. That was the worst part. My liver is fucking hurting, dude. Also, I'm pretty sure after I went drinking last night, I still think all the alcohol in Utah is weaker than it is here in Iowa, because I drank the same amount that I would drink out there last night, and I woke up this morning hurting. I was like, the alcohol content's definitely stronger here.
Oh yeah, because I mean they raised it, but they didn't. I don't know.
No, they did not.
Oh, I thought Utah
they raised
it,
but they raised it, but not like I think it's still pretty weak, dog. I think they're still trying to get rid of the old sauce. They haven't brought in the new supply yet.
It's like, oh shit, their new stuff's watered down with the old. They're like, well, we can't just waste it.
We can't just get rid of this.
You know,
the Mormons don't drink fast enough.
Exactly.
Out there. They haven't gone through the old supply.
You know what the Mormons do like? Arnold Palmer's. Just mix the two.
Well, actually, you can drink that because the tea has caffeine, and they can't have caffeine.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, Mormons have some crazy fucking rules, dog.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I got to open up on the weekends, which that was fun. I did 2 shows that weekend while I was out there, Friday and Saturday. I opened for Arvin Mitchell. Shout out to Arvin Mitchell. Check him out on Instagram. He's a fucking great dude, great comic. We had a lot of fun. Both crowds were great. I did the shows in what's called Jordan Landing, which is like a suburb of Salt Lake.
Of Wise Guys. Wise Guys owns its own portion of Salt Lake.
It actually owns everything. It turns out if you name a club Wise Guys, the mob moves in fast and starts taking shit over.
It's the only way to get land quicker than a Mormon. Is just
Ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to be a comic.
Wise Guys turns into the Mormon church out there. You can just throw a tennis ball and hit another one.
Yeah, exactly. They're popping up everywhere. They got, but like they have so there's the 3 different clubs. There's one in Ogden, downtown Salt Lake, and then Jordan Landing. So I did the Jordan Landing Club, and it was fantastic. It was weird being over there because that was like my old neighborhood too. So I drove by all the old stuff I lived by, like I lived right by that club. So that was kind of weird being in that neighborhood. But it was so fun. I kind of pushed out. I wish I would have done some of my newer jokes, but like since I hadn't, like I was opening up for the first time on a weekend, I did 7 minutes each night, and so I just stuck with the tried and true like old bangers and just fucking went out there and ripped it.
Nice.
So, but I also had to be clean. That was the catch.
Oh, that's okay. I won't say what I was gonna say, but yeah, that's dumb.
Well, it wasn't. I get why. So like Keith Stubbs, who shout out to Keith, he's the owner of Wise Guys. He when I asked him if he had any spots, the reason I was doing the Jordan Landing spots is because Joe Rogan was in town that week, and then Arvin is a clean comic, and the reason he asked if I could do clean is because I guess the projects he's working on or the people he works for, as far as like is with comedy,
do children's
stuff.
Parties.
Yeah, exactly. Epstein style parties, children's parties. You know,
lots of greenery.
But Yeah, but no, so he needed this to be clean, which isn't that hard. Like, a lot of people think being a clean comic is really difficult. It isn't. It's a lot of, especially my jokes, for the most part, if I just don't cuss or change like a couple words.
Yeah, it's
or
just changing
around
words
stuff.
around so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
your meaning
just,
can still be implied for whatever. But
yeah, exactly. I think now I will say this. I told the line pretty hard. I told my one joke where I talk about it's an old joke. It's in my special where I talk about
Wild
how
horses
I
on YouTube. If
on YouTube,
Comic
check out
Wade Taylor.
Wild Horses. Yes, that's right, Comic Wade Taylor. Where I say I don't miss history book, or I thought I missed history books, but it turns out I didn't miss learning about history. I just missed seeing the presidents with dicks in their mouths. I missed the graffiti. And so I said dicks in their mouths. So I don't know if that's technically clean, but that was the one thing I definitely said. And I also called Abraham Lincoln gay.
Yeah, you see somebody flagging about, hey, we're gonna have to censor that.
They have like a lug alarm for dirty jokes during a clean set.
It's a fucking Planet Fitness.
Yeah. But Arvin was super cool, and he told me he didn't care. He was just like, because I asked him before the set, I was like, "Hey man, is there any topics you don't want me?" He's like, "No man, go for it, rip it." And I was like, "All right." And then he came up to me afterwards because he's been doing it for like 25 years, and so he came up to me before I got to go up after I asked him, "Hey, is there any topics you don't want me to touch?" He goes, "Hey man, just for future references, just so you know, unless a headliner comes up to you and says, 'Hey man, I don't know if you have jokes about this, but don't do these topics.' Just go up there and rip it." And I was like, all right, man, that's good advice. He's like, go up there and have fun. Unless they come to tell you not to do certain topics, go up there and do your shit. I'm like, that's fair. That's actually a good point. But I just thought it would be courteous. Like, I was like, I don't want to step on fucking premises or whatever, because sometimes that happens. I hear stories from people all the time where they're like, yeah, I was open, and then this one guy just fucking hit literally every premise I was going to do. And it's like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because then you lose the pop. You lose like the new of that. Like there's been times I know I've gone to open mics or something, which this is bound to happen. But I go up and people are talking about they talk about Michael Jackson or something, or they talk about cancel culture in some way. And I used to have that joke that I used to do about that, and I'd be like, "Fuck, they went before me, so now this joke is not gonna hit nearly as hard."
I'm just picturing you and somebody's in there, and you just see a can go flying that you kicked in the back. Like, fuck,
fuck.
How'd they know? I was gonna talk about my grandma being in the BDSM cage.
Yeah. What do you mean? How do they know about the bear sex ring that goes on around the country?
Brought to you by Shriners.
How has this guy also thought about a bear sitting on old Glory or Old Faithful and getting shot in the air? How does he think of that too?
And nobody saw it coming when I said it was actually just my uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, but I did both shows there. That was great. It was fun. Thank you to Wise Guys and all those people out there. It was so fun. It was surreal being out there, though. This is what was the weirdest part, is I got in on Tuesday, dropped off my stuff, was hanging out with my buddy Sam D'Antuano, and we're just running around doing shit. And once we got to the club, it was weird because it felt like it was just routine. Like, I walked in, everybody was super pumped to see me. All the staff, and this was the first open mic on Tuesday. And we just go in there, and all the staff was super nice. It was so happy to see me. But it just felt like it was routine. It didn't even feel like I was gone. Which, in reality, I hadn't been gone that long. I was only been gone for 9 months.
Yeah, you only had a baby, and then you came back. You're like, hey,
right.
the maternity's over,
leave.
baby. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
What happened?
I'm birthing some new jokes.
Yeah,
Check them out.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool, dude. Did anybody have a little pull curtain so you could just get your Gallagher on? Just here it comes.
Right. Here comes the afterbirth.
Yeah, throw the placenta. You got to throw
Yeah.
it like a fucking wife throws that fucking. God damn, I'm dumb.
you're
Croquet,
good, dude.
not a croquet, bouquet. God,
Okay.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
And that would, the bride throwing that. Like, when the wife throws it, I was like, nobody calls that we'll wife the day of the wedding to the bride.
The one day a woman gets in her entire life.
Yeah. You only get one.
Everybody gets one.
Maybe you're two if you pick the first guy shitty.
Oh, if we're going by law of averages, you get 4.
Oh, is that what it is? I've never looked up the number.
Oh yeah, divorces are wild. Like it's,
Oh,
dude, my
damn.
favorite, and no, I'm not sad that it's my favorite. I find deep pleasure every time I find this, and I search them out. It is 65-plus-year-olds getting divorced.
That is
And
hilarious.
it is great. And it's the good ones, the ones that are like you're just panning and looking for that nugget of gold. Are like, the best one I found was, we were married for 45 years. And I was going through a trunk looking for my old tuxedo. This is the husband talking. He finds a note that his wife or her past lover wrote. She kept a fucking note in the goddamn memory trunk, and he divorced her.
Hell yeah, dude. I love that pettiness. You be
I
petty
do
as fuck,
too.
dude.
The whole
I would be
family's
a little
broken.
How are you not a little pissed about that though?
Oh.
Like, you provide for the family for years, and then she still has a love letter from fucking like 1985. Fuck that.
And guys out there listening, what better time to get divorced? Because your alimony is pennies. Because Social Security doesn't pay you shit.
Yeah, get out of there, dude.
Let's go. You're just walking out going, that's okay. I'll pay your $1.25 next week. Gotcha. You go spend that on the slot machine.
Yeah, have fun. Here's your fucking triplets. Whatever. Fucking get out of here.
Yeah. By the way, I poked holes in your fucking oxygen mask.
I'll pull the plug somehow. Okay. You're too dumb to go change your will. I'll make sure as soon as I get the opportunity, you're dead.
Oh, good thing I learned how to use the computer and you didn't. Go try and
Hell
fix
yeah,
your
dude.
will on a fucking typewriter, idiot.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, dude, that reminds me. You were talking about that because you saying like 65, watching those people. There was a lady, like, so when Arvin was on stage, there was this couple in the front row, and we, like, the first show on Friday, we only did one show each night, but the show on Friday, this couple was sitting in the front row on a date or whatever, and like he asked her like, "Oh, what? You seem like you're having a bad time. Like, what's the deal?" And she's like, "What are you sad about? We all have things we're like got going on in our lives. Like, what's going on in your life?" She's like, "Well, I'm sad that I'm dating at 45. I'm back in the dating market at 45." And he was like, and it was just so funny because he just went off on that. And I can't even like tell you all the shit he said to her, but it was so funny. And it was, I just thought that was weird that like, well, at the same time, I get you're sad that you're in that market, but also you chose to be there. Like you've chosen to be in that situation, so you kind of have to make your bed and lay in it, don't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the selection process is so much easier. It's like everybody's older. I mean, come on. At my age, I'm already looking. I'm like, man, okay, let's see. Can we double up wealth? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Is it okay
Yeah.
to be a male gold digger? Like, I'm
Fuck
just out
yeah,
like,
it
come
is,
on,
dude.
pay me, man.
Yeah, dude. Always marry for wealth, dude. That's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
best way. It works out for everybody.
I mean, because everybody's going to end up unhappy in the end. Isn't that how this
Yeah.
works?
I thought that's what we all agreed on.
Yeah, these life contracts never end well.
Yeah. Dude, in that couple, so what happened, like, so they introduced me from being from Iowa, of course. And I get on stage and I say, yeah, I'm from Iowa. And the guy who's with that girl on this date, cheers, goes, woo. And I'm like, oh, sir, you from Iowa? And he goes, Illinois. And I make a face. I'm like,
Oh, we see eye to eye. All right, let's go.
I literally turned to him. I'm like, dude, god damn it. I was like, people already don't get the Midwest confused now. Like, don't sit here and be like, well, Illinois, which is basically the same. Don't do that because everybody already thinks it's the fucking same.
Yeah, it's just
like you're
one
confusing
amalgamation of a country.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of its own country.
Indiana, Iowa, Illinois, who gives a shit? It's all the same.
South Dakota, you guys were all waving that Trump flag, eh?
I am 100% convinced, and I think we've talked about this on the podcast before, but people from the Midwest can literally tell you where all the different states are, but if you go to any of the coasts, they cannot put together the rest of the country. Like,
Well, they can put the other coast together.
No, they can't. I don't think California could put together the East Coast.
Holy
I don't
shit.
think
So you're
Californians could
saying,
put it
like,
together.
if you want a good education in a public school, the best you could do is the Midwest?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like, at least if geography-wise, like, we know at least what the rest of the country looks like. They're all so far up their own fucking asses that they don't know where anything is. Dude, the amount of time, like, I had this conversation multiple times while I was back in Utah because I was like, oh, they're like, where are you back at? Wait, I'm like, oh, I'm back in Des Moines, Iowa. And they're like, Iowa, so that's where? Or, like, they literally multiple times.
It's capital of Rhode Island. I just moved there, yeah.
When I'd be like, it's I was like, it's south of Minnesota, and they're like, okay, Minnesota is like, dude, it was like pulling teeth. I had to literally
shit.
do like, I had to go
I moved back to Iowa. It's a Providence in Ecuador.
Yeah.
Just keep moving it out.
Yeah, I just go to south. Yeah. It turns out that's actually like just south of Australia.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have territories down there.
It's a funny fact. Australia, on your application to become a citizen, asked if you've had any prior convictions.
Dude, one bitch, like, while I was on stage on Saturday, I say I'm from Iowa again. Both nights I bring up Iowa, and there's just like some kind of weird reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I say I'm from Iowa on Saturday, and this lady from the crowd goes, ew. And I was like, wait. I said, hold up. Who said ew? And I pointed her out, and she raised her hand and stuff. And I was like, what's that about? And she's just like, oh, and it just like started stammering. And I was like, can I ask you a question, ma'am? Do you like food?
Then you would fit in.
And I was just like, well, we grow all your food, so why don't you not be so fucking inconsiderate and be thankful that we grow all your food? You'd be real upset if you couldn't get your spinach or artichokes or whatever if we didn't grow it for you. I just like berated her.
We're just going to cut off your favorite Chick-fil-A line right here. We're done. And guess what?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, you're fucked. Ham, it's out the window.
Yeah, we make all the pork. You like pork chops? We got them. We do it.
It smells like shit. The city sucks, but god damn it, they produce all of it.
I suffer so you can have delicious ham hocks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like the NICU nurse of fucking food. Without me, you get nothing. They'd all die.
If you like getting stoned and eating pork rinds, well, you need Iowa to get those pork rinds.
God damn. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then those were the hecklers that had to deal with that, which was fine. Like, it's never that big of a deal.
I was gonna say that didn't sound that bad though.
No, those were the only ones, and those weren't even hecklers. Like, the first guy wasn't a heckler. I guess she kind of was, but I just wasn't even like, I could have let that go and not affected the show. But like, man, I gotta stick up for Iowa, dude. And like, what I feel bad for, Nathan, is I stole farming valor there. Like, I acted like I'm a farmer and I grow food, but I had to, man. I had to fucking step up.
I need a piece of wheat. My teeth. You got to stand up there the rest of the way with the fucking John Deere hat on.
Where's my straw hat? My overalls. I need my bibs.
Oh man, yeah. You get that and you're like, okay, now play me out with Toby Keith.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that I just couldn't let it go, man. I represent my state, okay?
Right.
I have pride. So, and then Saturday night was a lot
that
of fun.
month. It was in June. So yeah.
Yeah. So it was a fun trip, and then after like those shows, Keith told me to come to the club for the late night show where Rogan was doing. So I just came. I didn't get to go into the showroom. Well, I did. I snuck in and watched a couple minutes of Rogan. Dude, I only saw 2 bits, and it was fucking killer. I was like, holy shit. If this is like what the whole hour is, this is tight. Like, it was really funny. And then snuck back out, and I just was drinking with my buddies, having a good time. And anytime, if you're a comic there, like, what ends up happening is they shuffle all the people out of the one area, and there's the lounge where the bar is, and you just kind of sit in there and hang out. So we're hanging out with all the other, like, local comics or whatever, and then right at that time, they have the headliners sign a piano in the lounge. So while we're sitting there, Joe Rogan comes out of the back out of the green room to come sign the piano now that all the like fans and stuff left. But we were just sitting there, and he was like, he comes over. Oh, are you guys all the comics? I'm like, yeah. And he's just like, hey, nice to meet you guys. And we're like, oh, thanks. So he said hi to us. I didn't get to talk to him really, but I got to at least say hi, which was crazy. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Joe Rogan. He's just right there in front of me, and he said hi.
And he was 5'3", just like it said in Miami.
5'3", and just like it said in the air, dude.
All right.
No, he's. I think isn't he like 5'8"?
Yeah, he's like he's 5'8", 5'9". He's my size basically.
Yeah. But anyway,
and I'm
like,
5'3".
Yeah, so you're 5'3". I mean, to all women, you might as well, Nathan. If you're under 6 foot, you might as well be 5'3".
Ah, no shit.
You're either 6 foot or you're 5'3". It is what it is.
Oh, damn. Unless they're 45, because they're not picky.
Yeah. They like a squatty guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like so then like he goes over and signs the thing, and he actually hung out in the lounge, but like he had some buddy he knew from Utah who was like he was just drinking with him at another table. But then Tony Hinchcliffe came out and walks over, and he's like, and he goes, and Tony Hinchcliffe, if you've ever heard him talk or the way he acts, he's very like kind of very confident, kind of like smug way of talking. It's funny though. He's just always, that's just him. And he comes over and he goes, you guys are all the comics, huh? And we're like, yeah. And he goes, I could smell you. And just like sat down with us and just continued to drink with us. And we talked shit with Tony. And I talked to him about Skankfest and shit. I was like, you doing Skankfest this year? He's like, dude, there's some wild shit going to happen this year at that. And talked to him about wrestling like I did last time. We talked about WWE and all the pay-per-views. That was cool. So got to hang out with Tony again, which was pretty fun. And he remembered who I was because I was like, yeah, last time you were here, I did a guest spot on your show. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's right. So he's like, why the fuck are you back out here again? I was like, I just came out here to do shows. And he's like, makes sense. So it was a fun night. I feel like I can't talk about at least on the podcast some of the stuff he was telling us because I feel like that's a betrayal of trust.
Yeah, no. The things I want to say, I won't even. Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, he was dropping some knowledge and some fucking hard hitting things. I was like, this fucking rules. I was like, this is awesome. And also, I was so drunk, like I was being very careful about when I spoke because I was like, I'm gonna fuck this up if I talk too much.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. Like I said, shout out to Wise Guys. Thanks for letting me be out there. It was a blast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Yeah. It was a long week, though. It was so funny because I did a couple touristy things, but otherwise I just sat in my buddy's house and watched Supernatural. Like, because I would get so drunk, I would sleep until like 1, and then I would get up and just watch Supernatural for like 4 hours until I had to go do a show or go do mics.
Damn, dude.
That was a great vacation, dude. I did write some great new bits, though.
Oh, nice.
Dude. I'll tell you them off air.
Yeah, I was gonna say
these ones are really good.
Just spoil them for the audience.
Yeah, for the whole audience, dude. I got this new one that fucking rips.
Oh, dude.
It's so good, dude.
Oh yeah. You want to know what else rips?
What rips?
Fucking
Riptide.
Yes.
Rip roll.
Riptides. Fucking European moms watching porn with their own kids.
That sounds
to
like
educate them.
Well,
educate.
They're much more
Cunnilingus.
sex positive over there. As long as they're not showing them son fucks mother porn.
Oh no,
that's
she's
okay.
like, okay, here's how we ease in. Okay, any ideas? Any ideas?
Isn't that called grooming?
No.
I feel like-
No.
What is it? I think if it's not your kid and you show
This
them
is called
porn, it's
suggesting. It's completely different than grooming, okay? This is just
Pretty sure it's
laying the
grooming.
groundwork for the pipe.
Indonesian porn star?
Oh, it's Indonesian porn star.
Oh,
okay.
Indonesian pop star. I just saw P.O. and I was like, that's porn star.
It's just, she's so small.
Okay, but so she did like an interview on YouTube?
Look, okay, my children are likewise open-minded, so it's hard for our children today not to watch porn, whether it's anime or any other time. You watch cartoon porn?
I would be very. I think I'd be more concerned when I have children. I think I'd be a little more concerned if I found them watching cartoon porn than I would be like regular porn. There's something about cartoon porn that is like
Do you
It's
think
not that
it's like
disturbing.
Goku powering up and just before he unloads, just like, oh!
Yeah, you should have Kamehameha wave out your dick.
Yeah. Ooh, even better than what I was thinking. That's a lot better and an easier visual.
Yes. It's it's I don't know. Like I've watched cartoon porn. It's kind of it's just not. They talk about how porn is so unrealistic and it manipulates kids into thinking sex is a completely different thing. Or just I shouldn't say kids, just people in general. It manipulates your view on sex, like the way they do porn. I feel like cartoon porn has to really fucking skew with your sexuality a little bit more, just because there is no base of reality in it. So you can do whatever. It's the same reason people make like Family Guy or like South Park the reason they can get away with more shit that's like crazy is because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
So that's what like the sex gets crazier in those things.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But I love how she questioned them, like, what do you all think about watching this together? And they all responded, Mom, don't be like this. We remember what happened at the last family reunion.
Yeah. So you're just hanging out with your buddies one night. You're like, what? You're just over at a sleepover, having dinner with some other buddy's parents, and he's like, "What are your parents? Do you guys ever do any like family activities? We like to have board game night. What do you guys do?" Well, typically we go to Romantics, and we rent the latest the latest in the series of anal sex.
And then out from the fucking stairs to the basement crawls out a little monster. Kill me!
That's their gimp. But yeah, dude, like it'd just be funny. Like they go to like Romantics as a family, like it's Blockbuster, and renting like backdoor sluts at 9.
Oh shit! Here come the Clarks from Welcome to Dr. John's again. What can we help you?
I don't know. Backdoor Sluts 8 really dropped off. I hope they can capture that magic they found in Backdoor Sluts 4.
You know, they actually just made the VR. What you do is you buy this doll right here, and you take this VR headset. It's just like,
Jesus.
It's great.
They're a family that gets upset if you watched an episode without me.
They're treating it like Game of Thrones.
Spoilers!
Come on! How was I supposed to know? I missed the first 30 seconds.
You're already 3 scenes in.
Did he actually make
What were the loads like? Don't tell me. I want to see for myself.
What did the delivery driver bring besides a hot, milky load?
What kind of pizza was it? Don't tell me. I'll watch it later. Fuck.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Here's some way porns may mess with your head in addition to fucking up your life. Wait, what? Paul says wait.
Too much porn can cause your brain to rewire itself to think that you can bone anywhere.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. This one, I actually think that's pretty true. Too much porn can cause your brain to rewire itself, making you prefer porn to having sex with a real person. I bet you that's true.
Yeah.
You definitely, like, I know people who definitely been like, yeah, like, if I get out of my relationship and it stops, whatever, I'll just continue, I'll just jerk off. That's their fucking backup plan. They're like, well, if I get out of this relationship, I won't find another. I'll just fucking jerk off the rest of my life.
Dude, I know.
That's crazy.
One of my buddies jerks off more than he does fuck his wife. That's a thing.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah. I'm like, you have a, all right. That's
the thing
sense,
that, like,
but...
I've learned too, like when I've started to talk to people or go on dates, it's an important thing to talk about. Like, because I don't think when you first start learning how to date and talk to people, you need to talk about that. That's like especially like as an adult, you need to talk about like what you're into and like what you expect. I guess as far as that, you got to set up the expectations. Yeah. Like, hey,
how you feel about
you want to do this?
How often do you like to eat out? Do you enjoy gangbangs? And do you? It's like, well, let's get this out on the table.
So the only way I can go is if I put a butt plug that has a foxtail on the end of it in your butt. So
I'm really into the furry culture, and I can't travel to Germany.
Yes. What is it? Porn is a powerful stimulant. In other words, that elevates the dopamine levels reasonably high. For some people, finding it incredibly addicting as a result of this. Yeah, it's like anything else. Like that's why when you're 13 you beat off so much because it's awesome.
Yeah. It's really cool, dude.
I-
It was earlier
I-
than that,
I-
dude. It's crazy though when you finally like, oh, this is a mess. Oh no.
Yeah, you're like, no.
Let's stuff this to the bottom of the hamper that
This
nobody
is
will
not
find.
what I was hoping to bargain for. Yeah. We become experts at like covering up crime scenes at like 12 because of jizz.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
They get all
you
that.
know where you don't have to cover up jizz though, Nathan?
That would be puntygame.com.
Woo!
You go check that shit out. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday through Friday, you can go check that out. Along with our special going on, the Cosby Has Risen sale. You can go check out fresh content down
Christ.
at over at youtube.com. You can check out all these clips at Comic Wade Taylor. Okay? So check it out. Make sure you use the hashtag Cosby Has Risen, and then you can go...
Comic Wade Taylor does not endorse Cosby. Cosby is hated, and Wade Taylor does not endorse him. Yeah, you can go over to there. Don't forget to go to the Punting Game shop if you want to get some cool merch and support the website. That's where you can find hoodies, T-shirts for all your favorite shows on the website. And don't forget to use promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF. That gets you free shipping at checkout. So check that out. Also, check out my special, Wild Horses. Also, guys, I do have a show coming up. If you're in Albia, Iowa, we've been there before. We love being there. We're going to be at the Albia Country Club Thursday. So the night you're hearing this, this comes out, what is it, the 7th? So the 8th, July 8th, will be in Albia, Iowa. So get ready for that.
Yeah. Oh, check it out. Mom, why we gotta keep watching porn? And you know what? While we're on the subject, why is Cosby America's dad? We're out. Peace.
Kids, you're not going to believe it. Caught me a copy of Two Girls, One Cup.
Who gives a